Hey, this is AJ Donahue from Drum Magazine. I'm here with Eric Soy from Black Swan Percussion, and you've got some new snare drums to talk about this year.
Yeah, hey, thanks AJ for stopping by, and
of course,
hello to all the drum people, my big favorite.
Yeah.
We've got a new kind of 3-tier line of our drum set drums. This is our Dynamics line, and starting at the top here, we have our Sterling series, which features either titanium or our single ply steam bent shells that we do all in house. We do all of our own steam bent shells in house, and that includes the straight hoops with the claws and the sterling silver inlay with our RCK throw off, our own Dynamics brand snares. So we take a lot of pride in doing a lot of that stuff ourselves.
Yeah.
And then we have the Live series, which is similar to the Sterling except it uses 2.3 millimeter hoops.
Okay.
And both of these lines uses a bearing edge that's a 30-degree inner bevel with a little bit softer outer bevel to give a meatier, thumpier sound, fatter sound to the snare drum.
Sure.
And then our other series is the Backbeat series, and that's a 9-ply maple shell with one of our exclusive wraps in the exclusive colors that we have made.
Right. So on the Sterling series, how does the straight hoop affect the sound?
The straight hoop opens it up a little bit more. Typically a straight hoop will open it up a little bit more, not as much as a single flanged would, which is a thinner metal, because this is a 3 millimeter metal. Single flange is going to be more in the 1.5 millimeter, but typically as you take away flanges and thin up the hoop, it kind of opens and fattens up the drum a little bit more, which I like. That's why we use 10 lugs, because I think it gives a greater versatility to the dynamic range of the drum, because you can fatten up a drum with some other choices of heads and hoops, but with an 8-lug drum, sometimes I think you're limited if you really like to crank it a little bit higher by the 8 lugs. You know, it's just a matter of preference.
And that's a steel hoop, right?
It's steel hoop, yes.
Can you tell us a little bit more about what wood options are available in the Live and Sterling series?
Yeah, we can do Bocote, which is what this is. It's a Mexican wood. Cocobolo, another Mexican wood. We do bird's eye, ambrosia maple, walnut, cherry, a lot of different types of wood. Zebra wood. So we can bend pretty much anything you'd like.
That's great. And you guys use a really interesting combination of resonant side head and snare wires. Can you tell us a little bit about what went into that?
Yeah, I like the Diplomat snare side, the Remo Diplomat, which is the thinner snare side head than the Ambassador, and I think it gives more breadth of the sound, and it makes it a little bit better on the soft side. You know, you always give up something here and there with it, and I figure a lot of people change heads anyway.
Right.
You know, they're going to buy a drum and they've got their favorite heads. There's so many great heads out there now.
Right.
We put a Diplomat coated, a Diplomat snare side and an Ambassador coated. I think it makes for a nice broad, kind of a really well-versed sound in a lot of different situations, and then people can tweak it as they like.
And then you also mentioned an anniversary tambourine, is that right?
Yeah. So to cap off our 20th anniversary, last year, at the beginning, we did a 20th anniversary snare drum out of our single ply Bocote. So what we have this year, at the end of our 20th year celebration, is a single ply Bocote tambourine with a dyed black head and our German silver jingles that have what's called a physical vapor deposition coating. It's a PVD coating. It's a special kind of coating that is so thin that it doesn't affect the sound at all, but it's a lot more wear resistant and tougher, so it's not going to wear off, and that's important, of course, but the most important part is that it's so thin that it's not going to affect the sound at all. We just think it gives it a cool look.
Yeah.
Really, that's really the best part. And of course, we're not going to powder coat the jingles or anything like that, because I think that just goes the wrong way, of course. So.
Yeah. All right.
All right. Thanks, AJ.
Great.
Yeah.